So nice to be at garage after a long time. Yes, I will try to do these videos in English mostly. I know that Finnish speaking people don't like that because of all the Rally Englanti, but pretty much everyone else will prefer that, or at least I think so, after asking some people about that. So I will try to do this in English. I don't know how much, but at least when I speak, let's see how you like that. If you all hate that, I will stop and continue in Finnish, but otherwise I will try to move towards English speaking. But that's about that, so you can comment if you like this or not, but at least a couple of videos will be now in English. But enough of that, let's start with the E12. I have been doing some work on that. I did finish up all this, so the remote booster setup, all these brackets, they were only like tacked in. I did fully weld those on. I did also do that third bracket there. Fully weld that. I did clean everything and prime with zinc paint, so it's pretty much ready for prep work as it is now. I did also finish up that one. I have it drying here. So this piece, I did make small mistake here. I didn't notice that the bolt is behind this flange here, so I needed to drill this out and grind and everything. So, but now I tested, I can use some socket head screws and I can bolt this on with everything installed, so it's now fine. It was just a little bit annoying to remove this because I didn't have any access for the bolt. So. But anyways, this also should be ready or not, because it's still missing this rubber boot for the steering shaft, which should go about here, but there's one more change that needs to happen, so I don't know the exact location of this shaft. It might move or not, but because I don't know that yet, I haven't done the hole for this. So this will happen later, but I did still paint this to prevent it from rusting and everything. So that's it. But the change that might require this to move a little bit, it's here. We can take a look at that. And yeah, this might look like we are holding some transmissions, but there's good reason for everything of that. But here's the change of plans. So if you already don't know from the looks of this, this is the E28 front end, all of that. Well, I think it's missing tie rods here, but those need to be new ones anyway. But well, the reason for that is that there's no really new parts available for the E12 front end, pretty much nothing, and if there is somewhere, those parts are really expensive, like over €1,000 for all of the front end, and like every part is gone there. Everything is loose or cracked or just really bad and old, so everything needs to be replaced. And even like if we now get that fixed, even like if the parts availability is so bad now, it might be even worse later. So I think it's now a good point to upgrade for the E28 front end, because you can get all these parts from multiple manufacturers for quite cheap, and I think some of the parts are even same as with E34, so that makes finding parts even cheaper. And also many people say that driving that front end, it's like horrible old historic car, and this is like pretty much modern car. So I think like this kind of multi-link suspension, this has been same for BMW all the way from E28 to latest BMWs, so that should be pretty good system. Also, this third reason this makes sense is that we have these E34 struts here, these ones, and these will bolt for those almost straight, like no changes needed. I think only change needed to mount these is to drill out these holes a little bit, and that's it. Then we can use the E34 struts in the front. Reason we are using those is that there's ABS sensors, so we can get wheel speed, and of course we can get bigger brakes for these much easier than we can get for the E12 front struts. And also these have the weld-on style struts, so I will just cut that from here and then use, I think there we have the at least the tryout shocks, so I will convert this to use the E39 suspension because all the parts are quite cheap for that. I can just weld on those tubes to the E34 struts, and that's it. We get the quite modern suspension and easy to get parts and everything like that. And I already have E34 540i brakes for that. I have the brake saddles and the brackets, not discs yet, but I will order those. So I will use the biggest brakes that are available for the E34 with that, and that's enough for the yearly MOT check for getting the V8 in this car. So that's also one reason. So only thing annoying from that is that I did already mount the E28 steering box there, so that work is pretty much wasted now. I don't use any of these. And also the engine mounts will need to be redone because these are not in the same location in the E28. But I think I can mostly use what I got. I will just cut the tube and weld on new one there. But anyways, some of this work is now wasted because of that change, but I think using this front end will make so much more sense than using this old one there. So I think it's worth that. It will just take more time. But anyways, this section is now done, and also this corner. So only thing that needs to be done here is this front strut area in the driver's side. You can already see that Petri has done some work here. He got all the rotten sheet metal work around away from here and replaced some of the stuff with new sheet metal. And under here he needed to cut away quite a big pieces here, but I need to add those there, and then this thicker piece here, and then this, I think I will sandblast this area here before putting new sheet metal on. But then I noticed that someone has done here, you can see that here it's some not original stuff that has been there. So I think there's some nasty rust fixes hiding there. And even if you look here, there's some, I don't know, looks like old zinc roofing or something, and someone has cut hole here with chisel or something. It looks really horrible. Same inside. There's also some chisel made hole here and some old zinc roofing here. I think they have even welded that on, but still there's just some spot swells here. So all that needs to go. So I don't know. It looks like there's not much left original metal in this corner when I'm done with that. So yeah, I earlier said that this will be all same as that side, so I was not showing that, but well, it looks like this side needs way more work, and yeah, there's even big hole here. So this looks to be requiring quite a bit work. So I will show this side also because it's not same as that one. There's a lot more work here. So maybe this difficult because the reason I am showing this is that these are quite difficult pieces to fix that are in difficult spots. So maybe it will help someone to fix these kind of rust problems. And maybe we will skip over this top part because it will be same as that side that I have done in older video. But yeah, let's remove all of this here, and I will start taking down the underside coating here, and let's see what kind of horrors we can find under. And that's how the end result looks like after some cleaning up and some zinc paint. I also fixed that one corner of camera, but now it should be ready for the main support piece. But that's going to happen later because I'm now running out of time. Next video about this E12 will be totally different, no rust fixes or anything. My Patreons probably know what it is going to be, so if you want to support my channel and want to see beforehand what I'm working on, you can join us on my Patreon.